The year is 2026, and Bangladesh has quietly yet significantly stepped up its game in air defense technology. In a world increasingly shaped by geopolitical uncertainty and rapid military innovation, Bangladesh's latest upgrades in its air defense systems have become a topic of deep strategic interest, and not just regionally, but across international defense circles. And today, we're diving into everything you need to know about this breakthrough, from radar systems to missile platforms, command structures, and how it compares to defense technologies in neighboring countries. So, what's really happening behind the scenes in Bangladesh's defense transformation? Let's break it down. Bangladesh's geography plays a major role in shaping its defense strategy. With borders touching India and Myanmar and a long coastline along the Bay of Bengal, the country is exposed to potential threats by air and sea. While Bangladesh has historically maintained a modest defense posture, 2026 marks a pivot to modernization and strategic deterrence. One of the core components of this change is a full-spectrum air defense architecture designed to protect its airspace against evolving aerial threats. At the heart of Bangladesh's new air defense system is a multi-layered shield composed of short-range, medium-range, and long-range interception systems. These systems are integrated using state-of-the-art radar networks and command and control frameworks, allowing Bangladesh to detect, track, and neutralize incoming aerial threats in real time. Let's begin with short-range air defense, also known as SHORAD. In urban centers like Dhaka and Chattogram, the military has deployed a dense network of mobile SHORAD systems capable of intercepting drones, low-flying aircraft, and even cruise missiles. These are systems like the Chinese-made Manpads, but newer variants are now in testing. Portable, lightweight, and fast to deploy, these shoulder-launched systems provide infantry-level air cover during tactical operations. But that's just the beginning. The major game changer lies in the medium and long-range air defense assets that Bangladesh is bringing online in 2026. One of the key upgrades is the FD-2000B, a Chinese export version of the surface-to-air missile system. It's been widely speculated that Bangladesh has negotiated for a customized variant of this platform, optimized for regional needs. With a range of over 200 kilometers, the FD-2000B allows the military to engage high-value targets including surveillance drones, fighter jets, and ballistic missiles from far beyond the country's immediate borders. To operate such systems effectively, radar and sensor integration is critical. Bangladesh has invested heavily in 3D phased array radar systems, such as the AND, capable of tracking multiple airborne threats simultaneously. These radars are placed in strategic high-altitude locations and coastal zones, covering both air and maritime approaches. In recent months, joint radar calibration exercises were carried out with Chinese technicians, hinting at a broader partnership. But let's not forget the human element. Alongside new technology, the Bangladesh Armed Forces have launched an elite training program for air defense operators. This program, backed by military exchange initiatives with Turkey and China, focuses on real-time battle simulation, electronic warfare techniques, and command center operation under combat conditions. As of 2026, more than 300 new officers have been trained and certified in next-gen air defense command protocols. One of the most interesting developments is the creation of a centralized air defense command headquartered near Dhaka. This facility is equipped with AI-powered command software that can analyze incoming radar data, classify threats, and recommend responses in seconds. This software, developed in collaboration with Bangladeshi software engineers and Chinese defense contractors, reflects a growing push toward indigenous capability. This ties directly into Bangladesh's cyber defense integration. with aerial threats increasingly linked to digital warfare, electronic jamming, and spoofing. Bangladesh is now deploying hardened command networks with military-grade encryption and quantum-resistant communication systems. This means that command orders cannot easily be intercepted or hacked, even in the event of a full-scale electronic warfare attack. Let's shift focus to mobile air defense. A major flaw in traditional systems is their static nature, making them vulnerable to preemptive strikes. Bangladesh is countering this with mobile missile launchers mounted on tactical trucks, capable of firing while on the move. These vehicles are equipped with satellite navigation, automated target selection, and autonomous reloading systems. Think of them as the air defense version of a Tesla Cybertruck on steroids, armed, automated, and constantly mobile. Now, many viewers are wondering, how does Bangladesh's 2026 air defense stack up against its regional peers? Let's compare it with India, which maintains the formidable Akash and S-400 systems. While Bangladesh doesn't yet operate the S-400, it has smartly opted for high-mobility systems that are easier to deploy and maintain. Meanwhile, Myanmar's air defense is mostly reliant on older Russian equipment like the Pekru and Kvadrat systems, which are no longer considered modern by 2026 standards. Bangladesh's strategy isn't to outgun its neighbors in raw firepower. Instead, it's adopting a smart deterrence model using a network of mobile, cost-efficient systems supported by AI, drones, and radar fusion to provide a credible defense at a fraction of the cost. Speaking of drones, Bangladesh's integrated drone defense is a noteworthy leap. In 2026, drone swarms are a real battlefield threat, capable of overwhelming radar and interceptors. To tackle this, Bangladesh is testing anti-drone lasers and EMP pulse systems at military bases in Sylhet and Rajshahi. These devices can disable low-flying drones within a 2 km radius without launching a single missile. Early reports show successful interceptions of simulated swarm attacks during military exercises held earlier this year. Also in development is the Bangladesh Skynet program, which is not to be confused with the fictional AI from the movies. This is a satellite-linked aerial tracking network that provides nationwide surveillance. Using high-altitude surveillance balloons and low-orbit satellites, the program aims to offer uninterrupted aerial visibility even in the case of radar jamming or blackout. This adds a vital redundancy layer to the defense grid. In terms of logistics, the armed forces have built underground air defense bunkers capable of surviving missile strikes. These are scattered across key military zones and connected by a secure digital network, allowing remote activation of missile batteries from deep within command shelters. It's a wartime efficiency model built to ensure survival and retaliation, even under pressure. Another element being rolled out in 2026 is the Civilian Air Defense Alert System. Much like Japan and South Korea's air raid alerts, Bangladesh is integrating a mobile notification system that can send warnings to citizens in case of aerial threat. This system is powered by the country's mobile networks, making it fast and scalable. Let's take a moment to talk about the role of international collaboration in all this. Bangladesh is working closely with China and Turkey, both of whom have provided critical systems and training. Meanwhile, informal intelligence sharing pacts with South Korea and Indonesia have helped Bangladesh anticipate evolving aerial threats and shape its technological roadmap accordingly. Looking ahead, there are discussions around acquiring hypersonic interceptor systems and AI-controlled targeting drones. While still in the early concept phase, these ideas reflect how Bangladesh is not merely reacting to today's threats but proactively preparing for the future. What does all of this mean for regional stability? While Bangladesh maintains a defensive military doctrine, the speed and scope of these upgrades send a clear message. The country is ready to defend its sovereignty against any airborne intrusion. These systems not only secure skies but enhance Bangladesh's strategic standing in the Indo-Pacific region. And from a global defense perspective, Bangladesh's 2026 air defense strategy presents a compelling case for cost-effective modernization. It shows how smaller nations can use agility, intelligence, and partnerships to punch far above their weight without falling into unsustainable arms races. So, whether you're a defense analyst, a tech enthusiast, or someone fascinated by how developing nations transform their military posture, Bangladesh in 2026 is a case study you can't afford to miss. And while we normally cover the latest on four wheels, sometimes the wheels of defense innovation are just too critical to ignore. Especially when they're carrying missile launchers. So keep watching, stay informed, and stay curious. Because the world of defense, just like the world of CASA, is always accelerating.